And with that, welcome back to Legends Never Die, where neither will you if you know Jesus. And welcome to the first episode of Top 5 with the Boyz. Every so often, I'll be asking a question of our group chat, a hobby-related question, where they will compile a video of their top 5 answers to the question. Everybody loves a good hobby collecting list, and we're no exception to that rule. So as we take a look inside some of these conversations that may be happening inside of a YouTube group chat near you, let's get to today's question. And that is, what are the top 5 hobby and collecting goals of the Boyz for 2026?
What's good, YouTube? Dom Staven Sports Cards here, back with another video on Jake's channel. And if you know me, you probably could have guessed that talking about goals wasn't my idea. But don't get me wrong, goals are extremely important in your personal life or in your career. But the hobby for me, at least, has always been an escape from life's problems, from the stresses of work. And it's something I can just immerse myself in. It brings me joy. And the best part is I get to do it on my own time, at my own pace. So when we do an exercise like this, where we say we want to accomplish X, Y, and Z at this next card show or over this period of time, in this case, a year, we are unbeknownstly putting pressure on those things, because then we are essentially saying, if you go to that card show and you don't get X thing, oh, I kind of failed. When in reality is, you didn't find the right one for your collection, or that money went towards something great that you'd always wanted or never knew you wanted or just discovered. There are a million possibilities, but at the end of the day, there's no consequence. It's not super important. And that's kind of what I want to drive home before I get into my list, is that if you make your own list of goals for your next upcoming card show or for 2026 here in the comments below, and you don't accomplish something on it, don't sweat it. Like, really don't sweat it. There's always going to be more cards. There's always going to be more opportunities. They're all wants. As long as you're having fun, first and foremost, and, obviously doing things the right way. The fact that has to be said, but it's all that matters. So I just want that to not be overlooked when you watch videos like this, do your own videos like this, or comment below, that I'm not expecting to accomplish all 5 of these things, but there are 5 things that I would like to do in the year of our Lord 2026. First and foremost, I want to spend 25% less on baseball cards this year. This past year, I actually spent less on cards than I had the couple years before, but it was because I had a car situation early on in the year, and I had some personal things later on in the year. So I ended up spending significantly less on cards, around 25% less. It was more like 28% less on cards. And I started gathering my stuff together for my year-end recap, which is a staple over on my channel, and where I kind of show off the majority of stuff I got throughout the year. And I was still blown away, like I always am, about what I was able to add to my collection this year. And as long as you don't lose that perspective, I don't think it really matters what your monthly budget is or what you spent on the year as a whole. I was still able to get so much enjoyment and so many great things for my collection this year, spending 25% less. I can do that again. So I'm aiming to do so. So I'm subtracting my budget down. I'm still going to be opportunistic. I'm still going to do things, but with a smaller ceiling, I guess. And I'm excited to do that, because I am a bargain hunter. I do love the thrill of the hunt, and it won't change my my hobby much at all, but it will change my savings. Goal number 2, monthly uploads of Crack in Cooperstown. And this is kind of the gimme of the list, because I already got the diva himself, Jake Brewer, to agree to this. We have some great ideas. We already have reached out to some potential guests. We have already planned some bulk recording dates. We have some great ideas for you guys. You're going to get at least one Crack in Cooperstown per month. In 2026, I'm excited. It's one of my favorite things that I've done here on YouTube. And I love talking to Jake. I love talking Hall of Fame. I love all of you guys out there that listen and comment. So we will be bringing you more Crack in Cooperstown on a regular basis in 2026. It's well overdue, and I'm very, very excited for that. So you will be seeing us a little bit more in 2026 than you have the last couple years. Goal number 3. I do not have a Ted Williams autograph in my collection. Now, Ted Williams is largely considered the greatest Red Sox player of all time. Carlos Yastrzemski is obviously my favorite. But Ted Williams, I got a Ted Williams autograph when I was a kid, and it was GAI certified by Mike Baker. And if you know the name Mike Baker, you know why that's a big red flag. I've sent the autograph, pictures of it, into the Outer Safe group on Facebook, and based off my research and their opinions, it is not authentic. So I very much would like to add an authentic Ted Williams autograph to my collection. I'm a huge Red Sox fan. I'm a huge fan of the Hall of Fame. Both of my grandfathers served, and I just have a ton of respect for Ted Williams and his story. And he's one of the last big autographs that I can afford that I'm like, why don't I have it yet? So Ted Williams autograph would be great to add to the collection this year. Like I said, if I don't end up finding the right one for the right deal, or I am gonna have to blow past my new budget to do so, I won't get it. But I'd love to add one in 2026. Number 2, my goal is to be a little bit more active in the YouTube space. Like I said, there were some personal things, both car and life, that got in the way, I think, from my hobby time, which includes my ability to watch YouTube videos and leave comments. I like almost every single video that I watch, but I don't always get to commenting. I've been really bad about it this year. So I want to just be more involved, whether that is hopping on some more live streams, being on some collaborations, commenting, watching. I want to be more involved in this great community because I genuinely missed it. I say it all the time, I'm a small fish in this big pond, and I'm very, very lucky to be so. But I've felt a little disconnected this year, and I want to get back to being connected. And a great way to do that is my number 1 goal is, and I'm still on pace to do this, is to be in Strongsville in 2026. Now, Strongsville has always been on my hit list, on my bucket list for the hobby. It's the oldest running only vintage card show in North America, and that is enough to get me there. But what has elevated up my list and even moved it ahead of the 2026 National for me is the growing YouTuber presence at the event. It is a weekend show, and there is a hotel right next door. For Collectors hosts a trade night, as well as Christopher, Missouri hosting a YouTube get-together over the 2 nights over there. 40 plus YouTubers the last couple years. That's enough for me to hop in the car with Sammy Thunder and Bree Roth and make my way out there. I'm really excited to experience that show, but I'm really excited to experience it with a bunch of YouTube pals and people that I haven't seen in some time because I didn't get to go to the National in 2025. I appreciate each and every one of you who listened to my entire part. I'm sure it was much longer than the others. And support this series here on Jake's channel. I think it was a great idea, and I'm excited to see what my fellow group chat members had to say. Peace.
Hey guys, it's Drew. So, 5 goals that I have for 2026 in my hobby life. I'm going to break it down into a few different categories. So first, the pickups. So if you guys know me, I'm a Pee Wee Reese collector. I picked up a few Pee Wee Reeses that never thought I would get in 2025, and I want to continue that. I want to pick up a new Pee Wee Reese in 2026. I don't really know which one. I kind of have my mind on a few. I've got all of his Topps and Bowman base cards from his playing days, so I'm kind of going to those more obscure cards and those regional sets, and I want to see what else is out there to really pick up a new one. So number one, I got to get a new Pee Wee Reese. Number two, I really think I'm a type collector. I love cards. I love cards of all different types. And I love discovering and learning about new sets and new players and new stories and new backgrounds and new history and all that stuff. It's just the discovery of it all. So I want to pick up a new set. I don't know what set yet. I think I have one in mind, but it just depends on what comes up available within my budget and timing and all that other stuff. But I really want to pick up a new set and just add that to my sort of type collection within my collection. Number three, I love going to shows. I love going to shows, but one of the things I love about shows the most is I loved when I find that item that I didn't know I needed until I saw it. I can't wait to figure out what that is this year. I've done that in the past. About every show I go to, sometimes it's a $2, $3, $4 item. Sometimes it's a really expensive item, for me at least. But I can't wait to get that one piece, whether it's a card, a piece of memorabilia, an autograph, or whatever, that I didn't know I really needed until I saw it. I love doing that. It's sort of that Christmas day opening up a new gift that you didn't know. And man, I can't wait to find that out. So that's number three. Speaking of shows, number four, I can't wait for Strongsville. I'm planning on going. I've got my hotel booked. I've got a roommate. I've got travel plans. I've got excitement. I've got a budget. I've got time. I am going to Strongsville unless something major happens in my life. But I can't wait for Strongsville 2026. I've never been there before. It's just every year I sit and watch all these videos and people talk about it and friends of mine and group texts. This year, I'm going to be there. I can't wait to see you there. Hopefully you will be. Whether I know you, I've met you in the past, we're good friends, or a new friend that I can't wait to meet. I can't wait for Strongsville 2026. And the final thing, this channel. I mean, I've grown this channel and it's not about the growth. I'm definitely never going to make money at doing it. But I really like to see, that the engagement within people. I like my subs growing because that means there's somebody out there who is like, hey, I kind of like what this guy has to say. So I'm not, really too hung up on numbers, but it really be kind of cool to hit 1,000 subs. I've been hanging at 900 for months now. And it's okay if I never get above that, but it'd be kind of cool to hit 1,000 just to kind of say I did. So those are the five of the things that I'm really looking forward to. A new Pee Wee Reese, a new type card that I'm not sure what it is, that thing that I don't know what I needed until I see it at a show, going to Strongsville, and maybe getting to 1,000 subs. I don't know what the goals are for you guys, but I'm glad to share mine with you today. So I appreciate you watching. Until next time, you guys be good.
All right, so for my 5 hobby collecting goals for 2026, the first and foremost is I want to clear the drawer. If you know, you know. Secondly, I want to add 250 vintage cards for my various sets that I'm collecting. Those range from T206 up through 1979 Topps. If I run through them fairly quickly, it's 1933, 34, and 38 Gowdy. 1939 through 41 Play Ball, the T206 set, 1951 through 1979 Topps, also the 1962 Post Baseball set, the 1955 Topps Double Headers set, and then for basketball, the 1961 Fleer set, the 1969-70 Topps Tall Boys, which I've completed, 1970 and 71 Topps Tall Boys, and I'll be adding 1986-87 Fleer to my basketball sets for the coming year. I also do 52 through 55 Redman, as well as the Johnston Cookies sets from 52 to 55. So there are many different sets I can hit in order to accomplish getting those 250 different vintage cards for my overall collection goal. Thirdly, I want to add 10 T206 cards specifically for my set build of the Monster. If I add 10 every year, it'll take me about 40 more years to complete it. So at some point I'll have to pick up the pace, or I'm going to be 75 years old by the time I complete it, alongside everything else that I'm collecting. We'll see. The Drew doubts me, but never doubt legends. Goal number four, get to 175 different Hall of Fame autographs. Now, I've got some really big names, like I've got Babe Ruth, I've got Ty Cobb. So the quality of some of my autographs that I've added over the last couple years has been really high, and I don't want to completely sacrifice that. I still want to focus on the highest end autographs I can still get to complete this goal number 4. But I want to hit that next little milestone number. I'm currently 167, and I want to get to 175 in 2026. That's just 8 more Hall of Fame autographs, new Hall of Fame autographs to be clear. I think I'll do that easily, but I would like for most of them to be quality. So if you're familiar with my YouTube Hall of Fame autograph registry, I would like these to be 3s and above, and the higher than that, the better in terms of rank. There may be a 2 or a 1 that gets added in 2026. That's a good deal that I just couldn't pass up on. But ideally, I want them to be those bigger names, those more costly names, so that when they go up, they won't be out of my range yet. Finally, my 5th goal for 2026, I want to add 5 UNC basketball autographs. That's not a part of my collection I talk about very often. I'm a huge Tar Heel basketball fan. It was my number 1 love as a fan of the sport, also for collecting. It's what I collected first. And as it stands right now, without any of the new Tar Heels having autographs yet, impact-pulled autographs, there are only 5 that I need of players that have made the NBA in UNC uniform that are possible. Let's see if I can remember them off the top of my head who I'm lacking. I'm lacking Day'Ron Sharpe, Billy Cunningham, who I'll probably have to get in pro uniform. I don't think any UNC uniforms exist. There's even a chance I may have to do an IP of Billy Cunningham. Kind of tough autograph. Thirdly, I know that I need Kobe White. He has UNC autographs. Isaiah Hicks. And then the toughest in UNC uniform, not pro uniform, toughest in UNC uniform that I still need is Tyler Hansborough. He has a few out there, but they are exponentially more expensive than just, a Pacers uni Hansborough. So I want to add those 5, and then I'll be temporarily complete on that part of my collection. So quick overview there before I pass it to the next member of the Boyz. I want to clear the drawer. I want to add 250 vintage cards to my various sets. I want to add specifically 10, minimum 10 T206 to my set build of the Monster. I want to get to 175 different Hall of Fame autographs, baseball Hall of Fame autographs, and add those last 5 UNC basketball autographs that I still need to complete that collection. Let's pass it to the next member before I'm back to wrap things up.
Hey, it's Will. Jake wanted us to run down our top 5 hobby goals for 2026. First for me is the 1952 Topps Jackie Robinson. Second is the 38 Gaudy Bob Feller. Third is the 2012 Topps 5-star Sandy Koufax autograph, which would complete my Hall of Fame run for that set and year. Fourth is either the 62 Venezuelan Brooks Robinson or his 65 Bazooka, whichever one pops up first at the price that I'm willing to pay. Last but not least, I'm hoping to design and get a storage cabinet for my cards built by Chris from Missouri. I hope you all enjoyed that list. Let me know what you think of it, and I'll let you know how my progress is next year. I'm looking forward to the hobby next year and seeing where it leads me. All right, bye.
Hey YouTube, Average Braves fan here, coming at you with my top 5 hobby goals for 2026. Legends never die. He wants a list, but he wants 5 for 2026. Should have been 6, but whatever. All right, number 1. It's crazy. This set I've been collecting over the years, and it's from Topps Museum Collection. And the 2025 Topps Museum Collection still has not come out yet. It's slated for January of 2026. So I'm excited to see what new Braves they have in this set, if any at all. And if they do, I've got to get it. The checklist isn't out, so I don't know 100%, but I am fairly confident they will be adding new Braves to this set for 2025, technically. This is the Topps Museum Club Adelier collection. So these are book cards that show the stadium in the background, and then they have a real nice signature on there. So Freddie in a gold from 22, I believe. And I'm just trying to collect the checklist of Braves players. Like Acuna has, I don't know, 4 of these cards maybe. I do have 2 of them, but I'm not trying to get every single year of every single card. Like this guy, Strider has multiple cards. I just need 1. I'm fine with that. And then we got Matt Olson, and there's a chipper I've got somewhere else too. So I'm hoping they add some more. Well, number 1, I'd like to see Ozzie Albies, and then I'm hoping they add some more of the older players. I'm sure at some point there's going to be Maddox, Glavine, and Smoltz. Maybe a Murphy. That would be cool. Andrew Jones would be awesome. You know, a couple different directions they could go there. So going to build that out. My second goal, this one's a lot harder for me to obtain because I don't have very much control over this. So this is another set that I'm trying to complete. This is from 2021 Topps Definitive Collection, and it is called the Ultra Patch Collection. If you don't know what the Ultra Patch is, you should look it up. You'll notice when I pull it out. But I'm working on the Freddie Freeman, and what it is it's the actual jersey chopped up. Oh, look at this. Look how sick this is right here. Oh my goodness. But you can see 13 out of 15, 14 out of 15, 15 out of 15, 8 out of 15, 9 out of 15, 10 out of 15, right? Each of these are serial numbered up to 15, but every single one of them is a 1 of 1 that makes that full patch. And then I have one of the top cards that goes over here, number 7 out of 15. So it goes above. So, man, if I could complete this and get all 15 cards, oh my gosh. But I'm at, you know, the mercy of whoever has them out there. If they've even been pulled, who knows? So that's 2 of my goals. Goal number 3, I want to add some more playing days autographed Braves cards. I really want to go after Hank, but if I find a good Warren or a good Eddie Matthews, I will not hesitate to pull the trigger on those either. So adding some sort of a playing days autographed Braves card. My 4th one, it's a little bit different. I got a 3D printer and I've been playing around with it and I'm pretty happy with it. And so my hobby goal is to just create more stuff on the 3D printer that's Braves related. Like I want to do all the retired numbers and hang them up around my, I was going to say man cave, but I'm going to catch a lot of flack for that wording from the Boyz. A lot of flack. If you know, you know. But working on that. So that's my 4th goal. And my 5th goal, I'm actually taking a page out of the Drew's playbook. Kind of. I need to downsize a part of my collection. I need to downsize my extra bobbleheads that I have. Oh my goodness. Yeah, got to get rid of those. Those are all extras. Here's all my ones that are out. Right, I've got them lining around here. And then these are all extras. I got to get those out so I can put good stuff on there. So those are my 5 hobby goals. But because it's 2026, I'm going to throw a 6th in there. You got to have it, Jake. I want to add another name to my World Series banner right here. Got Ozzie Albies. I've got Adam Duvall. This is a World Series champion banner that hung in Truist Park, and I want to get somebody else from the team on that. So we'll see what happens. 2026, a lot of exciting things going on. And yeah, appreciate you guys tuning in. We'll see if Jake requires an update video at the end of the year. If he does, we'll see how I did. Appreciate it, guys. You be good. No, you be good.
All right, guys, so that wraps up episode number 1 of Top 5 with the Boyz. Let me know below if you enjoyed this episode here, if this is something that we should continue to do as a series. What questions might you like to see us answer? We have a few ideas, but are always open to some from the community. What goals do you have? Whose goals struck you as cool? Whose goals may align with something that you're trying to do for your collection in 2026? Until next time, this has been Top 5 with the Boyz. Keep collecting, and God bless.